mobility and stability in body posture can be described by the term neuromuscular control. Developmental positions are the starting ground for neuromuscular control. Two key things to remember are tasks should mirror the function and weight bearing will create a demand. We will now look at exercise in each of the developmental positions. Next, we'll look at a series of exercises that can be performed while your patient is in prone or side lying. To begin, we will look at head and neck control with cervical stabilization. The patient will lightly clench her jaw, relax her upper traps, and slightly lift her head off the table. From here, we will look at I's, T's, and Y's. The patient will pull her arms to her side, relax her upper traps, and remember that she only has to come very slightly off the table. As the therapist, I'm using tactile cues for scapular retraction. The patient will progress into a Y motion where she will use the same minimal movement off the table until we reach the most difficult in this series, which is the I, where the patient has the arms extended above her head. Cobra Pro Press-Ups will be the next exercise we look at. The patient will press into the table, which will cause more proprioception in the upper extremities. This exercise will give more range of motion for the wrist extensors and will stretch the abdominals. It will strengthen the back as well. From here, we will move our patient into a plank. The plank will isometrically strengthen the scapula stabilizers, the core, and the quads. Make sure to cue for abdominals if the patient begins any sagging against gravity. From here, we will look at side plank. Side plank is good as it translates from supine to sit. As the therapist, be behind the patient to catch them if they lose their balance, and also to facilitate bringing their hips off the table. You can use tactile cueing. From here, we will look at scapular retraction. This is a great exercise to help a patient with a flaccid limb. I am pulling her scapula into retraction, using my hand to facilitate any muscle contractions they are able to perform in their scapula area.